It's time for high school basketball on your local sports leader, KJ Country 102.3. Let's go courtside for pregame information.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to J.H. Griffin Gymnasium at Teutopolis High School. Girls basketball here tonight on KJ Country 102.3. The Lady Shoes of T-Town hosting Effingham High School, the Lady Hearts, on a Friday night girls basketball game. And I am Dustin White. Sitting to my right this evening is Millie Lang, and back at the studio getting us through this broadcast and playing us a little Sturgill Simpson before we get going. God knows what I like. Brian Herman back at the studio. And Millie, it's the annual T-Town Effingham Friday night game during the NTC tournament, isn't it? And it's usually a pretty good game, and we should expect no less tonight. Let me turn Millie's microphone up first.
That would help.
We're getting our one snafu out of the way. Millie, let's try that again.
Right. Okay. Hey, if you're out and about and you want to come to a good game, this is the place to be tonight. Between these two teams, they have 44 wins and only 7 losses. Both are ranked in the state polls. So get over here. There's still room. There's a big crowd, but there's still room to get you in here.
All right. Yeah, there is indeed a pretty good contingent of T-Town fans, of course, and the Effingham folks made their way over, but still a little bit of room for you here in J.H. Griffin. We'll get into those records. We'll get into those state rankings, and we'll get into some more pregame information here in a minute and a half. Pregame information coming up. It's going to be Effingham and T-Town girls basketball here on KJ Country 102.3.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
This is the Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota pregame show. Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, your complete transportation headquarters since 1958.
Welcome back to Teutopolis High School, getting set for Effingham and T-Town girls basketball on this Friday evening. And Millie, we talked about the 44 wins between these two teams. Jeff Schaefer's Effingham Lady Hearts checking in with a 20-3 record. Checked in at 11th in the last Class 3A poll, I believe. They were the leading vote getter that missed out on the top 10, but they were just right there. If somebody loses, they're probably going to bounce up there as long as they don't have any losses themselves. And then for T-Town, they check into this game tonight at 24-4 under Coach Lori Thompson, and they are ranked 9th in the latest Class 2A poll. So a couple of clubs that are getting statewide recognition, and in recent years, nothing new for either one of these teams.
Oh, shucks, no. You can go down the years and see year after year after year both teams just have outstanding teams year after year.
Yeah, and it's always a good game when these guys get together. Effingham won this game last year. T-Town had won the 4 previous matchups, but they had been some pretty good games, and we should know because we always draw this assignment because you might know the National Trail Conference Boys Tournament's happening over in Altamont. I'm guessing that Neoga and South Central have maybe wrapped up, and Altamont and Diederich getting ready to go. Of course, Neoga and South Central playing in a consolation semifinal, and the winner between Altamont and Diederich going to be playing for the championship tomorrow night against St. Anthony. And that's not the only thing that's going on. Mount Zion is over at Effingham High School playing boys basketball tonight, and the T-Town boys team is on the road to Breeze Mater Dei. So all sorts of area basketball to keep an eye on, and hopefully Brian will be able to track down some scores for us at halftime. The JV game here tonight between Effingham and T-Town, it went to the Lady Shoes, 42-32. It was a little bit wider margin until the end. The Lady Hearts pulled things together a little bit, drew closer in the fourth quarter, but it was the T-Town team coming through with the win in JV action. So, again, Lori Thompson, 24-4 on the season, her Lady Shoes. And Jeff Schaefer, 20-3 for the Lady Hearts. Jeff's had a little bit of an interesting go of it lately. They won their own tournament last week, and in the midst of doing that, he got his 400th career win. So that was a really nice thing for Jeff. And the other nice thing for the Effingham team is that their starting lineup is intact. They kind of came into the season knowing that they had a certain group of kids that they wanted to start for them, and various injuries here and there have kept that group from playing together a whole lot. Carson Fearday's missed some time. Natalie Carey's missed some time. But finally, his group of 5 is intact, and they're playing. And he told me before the game that when those 5 have been able to start for them, Millie, they have won every game they've played.
Yeah, that's right. They've gone through some injuries, and I think Carson had concussion.
Yes.
And so it's interesting that you finally get them all together, and this is the time of year when you want them all to be healthy and together. If you're going to have injuries, get it over with early in the season, because now the regionals are coming up. Today the regional pairings came out. They didn't come out by the time I had left work.
Yep.
But they were out.
I took a look. For 1A and 2A, they are out. For 3A, they're going to have to wait another week because obviously their postseason starts a week later. But, yeah, we'll get into that at some point, who T-Town where T-Town's going to go in the postseason. But yeah, Effingham, they both know that it's coming right up. And so, like you said, a great time for everybody to be on the floor. And we'll go over those starting lineups in a little bit, but why don't we go ahead and take another break, come back with the starting lineup information and the opening tip. It's Effingham, it's T-Town, it's girls basketball on this Friday night on KJ Country 102.3.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
All right, welcome back to J.H. Griffin Gym, getting set for the starting lineups here in Teutopolis, and we'll go ahead and give them to you as well for the visiting Effingham Lady Hearts. 20-3 this season under Jeff Schaefer. They're going to go with a 5 senior lineup. Carson Fearday, a 5'7 senior, wearing number 3 tonight. She'll start alongside Skylar Schaefer, a 5'9 senior. She'll wear number 10. Number 12, Natalie Carey, is a 5'10 senior. She gets the start along with Miranda Fox, a 5'7 senior, wearing number 24. Abby Weiss, who recently made her commitment to play basketball at Lakeland College. She's wearing number 25 tonight. She is a 5'7 senior, and she rounds out that starting lineup for the Lady Hearts. For Teutopolis, the Lady Shoes under Coach Lori Thompson, a 24-4 record. Morgan Meddy wearing number 1. She's a 5'8 senior. She's going to get the start tonight alongside number 2, Savannah Grimes. She is a 5'6 senior. Lexi Nieberge, a 5'8 sophomore, wearing number 11. She will start this evening alongside Claire Busher, number 45. Claire is a 5'10 junior. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Lady Shoes is Sadie Beaker. She is a 5'9 senior, and she wears number 10. So Fearday, Schaefer, Carey, Fox, and Weiss for the Hearts. Meddy, Grimes, Nieberge, Busher, and Beaker for the Lady Shoes. And Millie, Rich Nieberge gets excited down there when he does these starting lineups, doesn't he?
Yes, he does, but not as much as Charlie Niehaus over at Altamont for the NTC tournament.
Yeah, Charlie has a fun time of it over there, and like we said, there's a really nice crowd over here, and a lot of coaches, too, because, you know, it's a Friday night, so not a lot of girls basketball on Friday nights, and so I see Donetta Onosorge, Carolyn Winnie over here, Kim Romack from Neoga, Sammy James from Cumberland over there sitting here watching. They like a chance to get out and watch a game. Usually they're busy on game nights. They don't get to come out too much, so they're out here enjoying the show. And for Sammy at Cumberland, if their regional pairings came out, and Cumberland and T-Town are both going to the Robinson Regional. So the Cumberland team has to play Robinson in an opener on February 6th, or in an opener to get the right to play T-Town on February 6th. So she could do a little scouting as well.
Would you want the right to play T-Town?
Well, I'd rather have the right to play T-Town than lose the game and have my season be over. I guess that's the way you have to look at it if you're a coach and a player. So yeah, it's a daunting task, but I guess one that everybody would be up for. We're about ready for the opening tip. It's going to be Claire Busher tipping off against Natalie Carey for Effingham. Ball's in the middle, and it is up and controlled by Teutopolis. Lexi Nieberge brings it down, gets it over to Morgan Meddy, and we are underway here at J.H. Griffin Gym. Savannah Grimes drives in, the handoff to Lexi Nieberge, pops for a two-pointer. That is good. 18-foot jumper, and the Lady Shoes get on the board first. Lexi Nieberge gets them up 2-0. So Effingham's opening possession. Abby Weiss hands the ball off to Fearday. Skip pass over in the corner. Three-pointer on the way from Skylar Schaefer is short. Rebound comes down to Morgan Meddy. That shot might have been affected over in the corner a little bit there. Nonetheless, came up short. T-Town with the basketball in the 2-0 lead. Pass out to Savannah Grimes. Pops for a jumper, and that one's good. She hits the mid-range jumper, and the Shoes have an early 4-0 lead. A little bit of pressure from the Lady Shoes here as the Lady Hearts bring it up the floor. Natalie Carey over on the left side brings it back to the middle and across the timeline. Gets into the lane. Tries to bounce a pass over to Fearday off of her feet, but she's able to corral it and get it over to Miranda Fox, who will set things up. Miranda still holding. Now she starts her dribble. Gets it over to Abby Weiss, still a long way away from the basket as they're trying to figure out exactly how they want to attack this man defense from the Lady Shoes. Skylar Schaefer hands off to Fox and then tries to kick it out to Weiss. Weiss had to tiptoe along the sideline and save it in bounds, and apparently went off of a T-Town player, and they'll retain the possession.
Yeah, she was rolling out of bounds, and she saw that T-Town player coming up, so she just kind of threw it backwards, and it bounced off of the T-Town player.
I don't know that she had a whole lot of other options, given her momentum carrying her out of bounds, but the Lady Hearts retain possession. Here's Fox. Hand off to Carey. Carey thinks about a three, instead hands back to Fox. Fox back to the top of the key. Over to Weiss. Weiss dribbles back to the top of the key, drives into the lane, jump stop. Hook shot is up and no good. She tried to scoop that one up there, and Claire Busher came down with the rebound. So the Lady Shoes with the ball in the 4-0 lead. Hearts still yet to score. T-Town basketball. Savannah Grimes has now dribbling in from the right wing, kicks it back out to Nieberge. Nieberge drives in, then skips it over. That's Sadie Beaker. Beaker dribbles into the lane, bounces a pass into Busher, but she can't handle it. Natalie Carey trying to take it away, but the Lady Shoes retain possession as Beaker comes away with it, then decides to pull up for the shot. That's no good, but the offensive rebound comes down to Busher. Her shot is no good, but she gets her own miss. So the Lady Shoes still have the basketball. Now Beaker driving in, and she's going to be fouled. So Beaker, the third time was the charm for the Lady Shoes as she attacks the basket and draws the foul. I think Natalie Carey is the guilty party there.
You are correct. Opening foul of the game.
First foul for either team. 5:50 to go in this first quarter, and Teutopolis with a 4-0 lead. Still 4-0 as the first free throw is no good for Sadie Beaker. She left that one a little short. After that little scrum for the basketball, no surprise if maybe she's a little gassed.
Yeah.
Second free throw is up. She gets that one to go. So first point of the night for Sadie makes it 5-0 T-Town. Just over 2 minutes into this first quarter. Effingham with the ball. They have yet to score. See if they can change that here as Natalie Carey brings it across the timeline. She is working against Beaker. Now Miranda Fox gets the ball. Top of the key, hands it off to Weiss. Weiss on the right wing, dribbles back toward the top of the key. They're working it around the perimeter here. They haven't really figured out how to get it in yet. Natalie Carey drives baseline, though, and loops up a shot and gets it to go. So the Lady Hearts finally on the board. Natalie Carey, tough degree of difficulty there. And then she gets a steal here. The reverse layup, though, is no good. She kind of just threw it up there. And then on the rebound, I think we're going to get a foul against the Lady Shoes.
Looks like on Savannah Grimes, her first.
So the quick takeaway, the turnover, and then Carey couldn't get the shot to go, but they were able to retain possession. Inbound under the basket here. Carson Fearday drives in, runs into a double team, kicks back out to Schaefer. Schaefer tries to drive in, falls on her rear end, but keeps her dribble going, and then they call a jump. T-Town crowd wanted a travel as she kind of, even after she kept her dribble, she sort of picked it up and slid on her rear end a little bit, but apparently not enough to draw the whistle. Instead, the alternating possession is going to keep it with the red jerseys.
Well, the ref was right there, so
They get it inbounded. Abby Weiss over to Schaefer. Schaefer's at the top of the key now to the left wing, and she hands it off to Schaefer and then out to Miranda Fox way up top. She's going to set things back up. Little handoff to Natalie Carey on the right wing. She looks for the screen, doesn't get it, tries to lob a pass down in, and it's taken away. The steal for Morgan Meddy, and then she gets it to Lexi Nieberge, who quickly hands it to Savannah Grimes. Now back up to Nieberge, top of the key. She drives left side, a couple steps inside the arc, and then back out to Grimes. Nieberge, left wing. Grimes, top of the key, back to Nieberge. They're just sort of working it around the perimeter now. Morgan Meddy with the ball. She gets into the lane, then reverses. Dribbles off her foot and out of bounds.
Yep, just rolled right off of her. She was trying to corral it, but couldn't, and it's second turnover for Teutopolis.
All right, 2 turnovers for the Lady Shoes. And we've got our first substitution of the game as Savannah Grimes takes a seat. I will get you the sub here in a minute. Didn't see who came in there. 15, that is Olivia Niemerg who checked in for the first time. Meanwhile, the Lady Hearts get it up the floor, across the timeline. Abby Weiss now working against Niemerg just in the game. Meanwhile, they set up the three-pointer for Abby Weiss in the corner. She does not draw iron, and the rebound comes down to Olivia Niemerg, who gets the board on her first possession in the game. T-Town with the ball in the 5-2 lead. Midway point of this first quarter, Morgan Meddy drives into the lane. Her layup is off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Abby Weiss. She's bringing it up the floor, gets it down to Natalie Carey, who keeps her pivot foot, hands over to Schaefer. Her jumper from the free throw line is no good, and now Olivia Niemerg with another rebound. So T-Town with the ball back. Nobody's scored in a little while. It's a 5-2 lead for the Lady Shoes, though, as Morgan Meddy picks up her dribble and then finally gets called for the travel. It seems like she might have lost her balance and shifted the pivot foot, but they waited a beat and then called her for the steps.
Yeah, I saw where she shifted it, and I thought, he's not going to call that, and he finally called it then.
Better late than never, if you're a Lady Hearts fan anyway. Meanwhile, Miranda Fox drove it coast to coast. A contested layup is no good, and Claire Busher comes down with a rebound. Tough shot for Fox, and right now, scoring in general has been tough for the Lady Hearts. T-Town with the ball, 5-2 lead, 3:20 to go in this first quarter. Lexi Nieberge drives in. Hands off to Morgan Meddy, who drives into the lane, kicks back out. Here's a three on the way from Sadie Beaker. That one's off the back iron and no good, but the rebound and the putback for Claire Busher is good. She's got 2 points, and T-Town has the 7-2 lead. That pressure, tough for Effingham to get it across the midcourt, but they do. T-Town really letting them have it from one end of the floor to the other. Natalie Carey drives right baseline, puts up a 12-footer. That one's no good. The rebound, though, out of bounds and apparently off of the Hearts. A little bit of a contest there between Sadie Beaker and Carson Fearday for the board there. So the Lady Shoes will inbound with the length of the floor to go. They get it in to Morgan Meddy. Tough catch for her, but she manages to get it. Gets it down the floor. She's got Weiss trailing alongside her. Gets it back out to Lexi Nieberge, top of the key. Now Meddy trades places with her at the top, and now Sadie Beaker. Working it around the perimeter here. Beaker, though, drives in. Left-handed layup, no good. And Skylar Schaefer comes down. The rebound goes to the floor, but Abby Weiss was there to get the loose ball. Now Weiss is tripped up, and they're going to call a foul as her feet got tangled up with Sadie Beaker. Or Morgan Meddy. Try again. Morgan Meddy actually guilty of the foul. Sadie was in the neighborhood, too, but apparently it was Morgan picking up her first foul.
Yeah, second foul for T-Town.
A little bit of a frenetic pace to those last couple of possessions here. See if the Lady Hearts can get things under control a little bit and get a good shot off here. Fox to Carey. She's standing at the elbow. Kicks back out to Schaefer beyond the arc at the three-point line. She drives in and puts up a shot. She got fouled. We'll wait and see who it's on, but she's going to go to the free throw line here.
I don't know if it was on Lexi. Let's see. Who was
Claire
it?
Busher.
Claire Busher. Thank you. Man.
Claire Busher stepped up to contest that shot and got called for the foul. Meanwhile, Skylar Schaefer puts up the first free throw and gets it to go. She is on the board, and Hearts draw within 4. It's 7-3.
Yeah, the free throw. The referee keeps turning his back to me, so.
Schaefer's second free throw also good. Give her 2 points, and Lady Hearts back within 3. 7-4, 2:16 to go in this first quarter. A little bit of a slow start scoring-wise for these teams. Shoes bring it up the floor. Trying to lob a ball pass from Niemerg into Claire Busher on the block, and that one just sails over her head and out of bounds.
That's the fourth T-Town turnover.
Probably a couple more than Coach Thompson would like to see in the early going. Her team does have the lead, but Effingham could tie here. 7-4. T-Town with the lead. Hearts with the basketball. It's Fox over here right now. She gets it into Kaya Kuhlman in the game for the first time. Kaya has taken over and have the ball go out of bounds, but it's going to stay with the Hearts. And now another substitution as we see Weiss, who came out of the game, come right back in, and now Natalie Carey takes a seat. So, yep, go ahead.
A lot of running up and down the floor here, so we've got to take a little time to
get some people some breathers there.
Yep.
Skylar Schaefer inbounding under her own basket, looking. She's got to get it in. Gets it to Kuhlman. Tough catch. Then back over to Schaefer. She's in the right corner. She has yet to use her dribble. She dribbles once, gets it over to Fairday, driving right baseline, has the ball knocked away by Morgan Meddy, but then out of bounds, and we'll do it again on the baseline there.
Yeah, you're probably thinking, oh, there's not a lot of scoring, but I'm telling you, if you'd watched the defense for both these teams, that's why there's not a lot of scoring.
Yeah, they're definitely getting after it, particularly the Lady Shoes early on, making for some tough catches as Effingham's just really trying to get in the flow of its offense. Abby Weiss has got it in the right corner. She dribbles all the way back out to the volleyball line, top of the key. She's got Olivia Niemerg in her face. Miranda Fox now with the ball, driving in from the left wing. Now Weiss, and then Schaefer. Fox driving in. They just have not been able to penetrate very much. Kaya Kuhlman with the basketball. Now she gets it over to Schaefer, left corner. Schaefer drives that baseline, and her shot is blocked. Claire Busher blocks it out of bounds, and Effingham, for the third time this trip down the floor, will inbound under its own basket.
Yeah, Effingham was only 1 of 9 from the field so far.
That is not what you want to see if you're Jeff Schaefer. Hope Beaker taking the floor for Claire Busher for the Lady Shoes, so there's a substitution. Get it inbounds. Fearday gets it out to Weiss, who steps back for a three. Weiss triggered the inbound and then got the three off. That one was no good. However, Morgan Meddy pulled down the board. Shoes bringing it up the floor in a hurry. Hope Beaker has got the ball right now. She skips a pass over. That's 13 in the game for the first time for the Lady Shoes. Now we've got Olivia Niemerg driving in. Her shot is off the rim, no good. She follows her own miss, however, though, kicks it back out. Here's a three-pointer on the way for Niebergy, and that one is good. So Lexi Niebergy, give her 5 points as she drains the three. And the Shoes have a 10-4 lead under a minute to go here in the first quarter of play. Effingham basketball, they are ahead they're behind 10-4. See what they can do here. 30 seconds to go. Fox drives in, a little bit of contact, and they're going to call her for a charge. She takes the charge. That was number 15, Olivia Niemerg, standing her ground, and looks like the Lady Shoes are going to get a chance to take the last shot of this period.
Second Effingham turnover.
Sierra Repke is in the game, I should mention, for the Lady Shoes. Didn't get her mentioned in time a little bit ago. So T-Town with the ball, 20 seconds to go. Lexi Niebergy getting it across mid-court. And she's going to stand back just to step over the line and wait to see if they pick her up. Lady Shoes going to trigger things now with under 10 seconds to go. And now we've got a whistle away from the basketball, I think, and it's going to go the other way. So now T-Town getting called for a foul away from the ball, and it's a turnover for them.
That is the fifth turnover, and the foul was on 33. Who did you say that was?
Well, 13 is Sierra Repke.
Oh, 13. Oh, no. They've got 30.
Oh, Hope Beaker, 33.
Yeah. Okay.
8 seconds to go. Effingham ball. And we've got Fearday bringing it up. She's got 4 seconds. Hands to Weiss. Back to Fearday. Got to get it off. This one's contested. It would have counted if it was good, but it was too long. Lexi Niebergy corralled the loose ball, and that's like that. The first quarter has come to an end. Bit of a slow scoring first quarter, but the Lady Shoes of T-Town have a 6-point lead. It's Teutopolis 10, Effingham 4. Back with the second quarter in a minute here on KJ Country 102.3.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Lady Shoes basketball here at T-Town, and they get this period off to a quick start as Lexi Nieberge drives in for a layup, got it to go, and just like that, it's the biggest lead of the game for Teutopolis. They are ahead 12-4. Effingham with its first possession of the second period. They get it down into Carson Meddy, though, and a nice feed from Abby Weiss to Fearday, and Fearday gets her initial points of the game, pulls back within 6. It's 12-6 T-Town. Lady Shoes with the ball. They break that press, and an open jumper in the corner. That's Morgan Meddy. It's no good, but the rebound comes down to Nieberge. Back out, open three-pointer on the way, and that one is good for Sadie Beaker. So Sadie Beaker has 4, and it's now a 9-point lead for the Lady Shoes. Effingham basketball. Fox looking to get something going here. Over to Carey on the right wing. She drives in. She puts up a contested shot. That one rolls off the rim, no good, and the rebound comes down to Hope Beaker. So Teutopolis with a 9-point lead. They could go up by double digits for the first time this trip. They're ahead 15-6, just a minute into this second quarter. Morgan Meddy. A little bit of a weave out there. Now it's Sadie Beaker who drives in off a couple of screens. Her layup off the left-hand glass is no good. Rebound to Carson Fearday. She tries to go coast to coast, but Morgan Meddy came in there and stole it away from behind. Now the Shoes pushing it up the floor. They don't have numbers, however, and Sadie Beaker wisely decides to pull this one back out. Over on the right wing is Meddy. Now she pulls up for an 18-footer. That one is off the rim, no good. Another rebound for Fearday. Fearday collects herself and then brings it up the floor. Over to Weiss in the left corner. She drives baseline. A little bit of contact between her and Olivia Niemerg, and Niemerg is going to be called for the block.
That's Olivia's first. That's the fifth team foul, for T-Town.
Substitution for both teams. Savannah Grimes comes in for Sadie Beaker, and for Effingham, they get Madison Busher in the game for the first time. She's going to replace Carson Fearday. Effingham with the ball inbounded. Abby Weiss looking for a lane here, looking just to collect her dribble. Over to Fox on the top of the key. Fox bounces a pass over. That's Busher. No, Weiss, rather. And Weiss has her pocket pick. That one's taken away. And Hope Beaker stole it from her and then drove the length of the floor and laid one in. Hope Beaker gets a couple of points there, and she gets Jeff Schaefer to call a timeout as T-Town has opened its first double-digit lead of the game. It's the Lady Shoes 17, Effingham 6. We will be back in 30 seconds on KJ Country 102.3.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
So Coach Jeff Schaefer for Effingham taking the timeout as his club has found itself down 11 points. Millie, not exactly what you thought you might see 10 minutes into this game, and the Lady Hearts have scored 6 points.
Yeah, and T-Town's defense is right on. I mean, Effingham shot 11 times, hit 1 time. And T-Town's hasn't been that much better, 4 of 10 in the opening quarter, but they've got a few more opportunities.
They have had a few more opportunities, and, Effingham right now, just no easy looks, I think, is the thing that they have had to just battle for everything. They've had to battle just to complete passes around the perimeter as the Lady Shoes defense has certainly shown up and been pesky for them. Effingham's got the basketball, though. See what they can do. They trail 17-6. And Miranda Fox at the top of the key crosses over to her left. Now over to Abby Weiss on that left wing. She goes back toward the middle of the floor, decides to pull up for a 3, and that one's good. Abby says, I'm just going to go ahead and pull the trigger, and she gets on the board for the first time. Lady Hearts back within 8. And now they're going to show a little pressure here as they're going to try to do a little bit of a half-court trap here. And there's a kick ball as Madison Busher found herself airborne and put her foot out there. And so T-Town will get to reset things here. Carson Fearday, Natalie Carey checking back in the game as Busher will take a seat. And so will Kaya Kuhlman, who was in the game. So it looks like the Lady Hearts have their starting 5 on the floor. Meanwhile, Lady Shoes inbound the basketball. A little bit of confusion there as the ball went into Olivia Niemerg. She had her back turned for a minute, but she was able to track it down before it went out of bounds, and she gets it across midcourt. Here's Lexi Nieberge driving in for a contested layup. That one is no good. Bodies hit the floor. Carson Fearday was able to pull down the rebound. She gets it across the timeline. She's going to take Niemerg one-on-one, gets to the basket, lays it off the rim. No good. Morgan Meddy gets the board. I thought that Carson Fearday had gotten herself a layup there, but she just couldn't get it to rattle home. Meanwhile, on this end of the floor, there's a battle for the basketball, and Miranda Fox has got the steal. A little 2-on-1 break here between Carey and Weiss. She gets it over to Weiss, and her shot is blocked by Morgan Meddy, but they're going to say it's a foul. Dennis Matthews over there puts his hand in the air and says that we're going to have a couple of free throws.
And that's Morgan Meddy's second foul.
Worth keeping an eye on. That's also 6 team fouls for the Lady Shoes, so Effingham going to be in the bonus for the final 4:39 of this first half. Abby Weiss made a three-pointer the last trip down the floor. She gets her first free throw to go. She's got 4 points, and that is leading these Lady Hearts. As we mentioned, scoring's been a little bit tough to come by. Meddy's going to take a seat with those 2 fouls, and Claire Busher comes in for her, but before she does, Lori Thompson's going to get a timeout. We'll take it with her. It's T-Town leading Effingham 17-10. Back in 30 seconds here on KJ Country 102.3.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Well, T-Town coach Lori Thompson has seen her team's lead shrink from 11 to 7 points and maybe 6 pending another free throw from Abby Weiss, so she got the quick timeout. Lady Shoes with the 17-10 lead here at J.H. Griffin Gym. Effingham's Abby Weiss at the line for the second of 2 free throws. She made the first. She makes the second. She's got 5 points, and it's a 6-point T-Town lead. Facing some more pressure from the Hearts, it's Lexi Nieberge looking to get it across midcourt, but she sees a double team, picks up her dribble, and gets it to Sierra Repke. Repke dribbles it across, gets into the paint, and then decides better of it and kicks it back out to Sadie Beaker. Beaker with a couple of dribbles over to Nieberge. Now they try to get it down in the paint to Claire Busher. Tough catch. She manages to corral it. The contested shot is no good. And finally the board comes down to Carson Fearday. So the Lady Hearts can creep a little bit closer. They're within 6 right now, and they have the basketball. Quick 3 from Fearday, and that one is way off the mark. No good. Lexi Nieberge pulls down the board, and then she's going to be fouled. Is it Carey? Is it Fox? We're going to find out in a second. Looks like Natalie Carey is the one who got caught reaching, and that's going to be a second foul for her, isn't it, Millie?
Yes, it is. 3rd team foul.
Only 3 team fouls for the Hearts, so they're Lady Shoes not going to be in the bonus anytime soon, but the fact of the matter is that the Hearts are just having a tough time scoring. A little better lately as T-Town has the basketball, and they don't have the basketball. Carson Fearday gets the strip steal, and she gets it down to Abby Weiss, who collects the basketball. A little turnaround shot is no good, but Fearday corrals the board and gets the putback to go. 4 points for Carson, and it's a 4-point lead for the Lady Shoes. Their lead has dwindled from 11 to 4. Sierra Repke over in the left corner. That 2-point jump shot is no good. Battle for the rebound, and it's going to be off of Sadie Beaker and go the Hearts' way.
Well, all of a sudden things are turning around towards the Hearts. They're getting more aggressive, finally figuring out what to do.
Yeah, definitely some momentum swing there. Madison Busher checks in the game for the Hearts. Natalie Carey comes off the floor. Savannah Grimes takes a seat, and they are going to get Sadie Beaker back in there. Effingham ball. We're trying to get a pass down in there to Carson Fearday on the blocks. She was double teamed, and that one's knocked out of bounds by Sadie Beaker.
Yeah, good defensive play. She was right in there and knocked it away.
Yeah, maybe not the best idea there. I don't know how much of an opening there was for the pass there, but right now they're looking to get it to their top scorer, and that's what they managed to keep possession. Skylar Schaefer back in the game. She bounces a nice pass to Carson Fearday, and all of a sudden Carson has gotten herself up to a half a dozen points, and more importantly, she's got those Lady Hearts within 2. So Effingham is trailed by as many as 11. They're within 2 now. T-Town basketball. They're going to get a three-pointer on the way from Lexi Nieberge. That one's no good, and Miranda Fox with the rebound. The Hearts could tie or take the lead here. Fox, Busher, pops, thinks about the three, instead kicks it over to Weiss. Weiss's three is off the rim, no good, and Claire Busher with a big board. And then she's going to be fouled in the ensuing battle as Busher had possession on Schaefer, on Busher. I'm not sure. We'll wait and see who they get the foul on, but it was one of the two.
It was on Busher. That's her first foul, only the 4th team foul for Effingham.
So Effingham could have taken the lead if that three-pointer had gone down. It does not. Now the Lady Shoes can see if they can get this lead stretched back out to 2 possessions. They're not going to because we got a 5-second call. Boy, that 5-second call is going to keep the ball on this end of the floor. Coach Lori Thompson, I don't think she's real sure about it, but she's not going to put up too much of a fight just yet. Effingham basketball. Here's a three-pointer on the way for Carson Fearday off that inbound set. That one's no good, and Savannah Grimes pulls down the board for the Lady Shoes. Sadie Beaker on the left wing, back over toward the top of the key. Hands off to Olivia Niemerg, who drives in, and she's going to be fouled. And I think that's going to be on the floor before the shot.
Yeah, I think that was on Fearday.
I'm going to say that Madison Busher actually was the guilty party there.
I'm never right about that. I should never guess.
I run into the same problem all the time, Billy. So T-Town's got the ball back. They get it down into Claire Busher, and Busher manages to bull her way in there for a layup. She gets it to go, and that breaks a long scoring draw for the Lady Shoes. They're back up 19-15. Under 2:20 to go in this second quarter. Lady Shoes with the 4-point lead. Effingham with the basketball. Abby Weiss has it poked away for a second, but she manages to keep her dribble. She gets a screen from Busher, then decides to hand behind her to Skylar Schaefer. Schaefer going to set things back up. Carson Fearday now on the left wing, top of the key, and Miranda Fox is going to see about re-racking this offense. Fox still with the dribble, gets it over in the corner to Schaefer. Schaefer dribbles, looking to go baseline. They cut that off. She bounces a pass out there to Busher. Busher going to drive, but bounces one out to Weiss. Weiss's three-pointer from the right corner is good, and Abby Weiss has got 8 points, and now it's a 1-point game. The Lady Hearts pull within a single digit. 19-18. Lady Shoes with the lead in the basketball. Facing a little bit of pressure as Madison Busher is giving it to Savannah Grimes, but now they get a little bit of opening on the other end, and Sadie Beaker is able to get herself an open layup. So they get the trap, but once T-Town breaks that press, they get the open layup, and they're back up by 3. Sadie Beaker's got 6 points. Minute 10 to go in the first half here. Carson Fearday tries to drive on 2. She finds Weiss open for another 3. Weiss couldn't get it to go that time, battled for the rebound, and it is Olivia Niemerg who comes away with it. Niemerg down to Beaker. Beaker pulls up for a 15-foot jumper. That one's no good. Battle for the rebound, and they're going to call a jump. I'll tell you, Claire Busher was standing on the baseline, and they're going to keep it down here on this end. So I thought maybe the officials would get together and maybe change that one. But from our vantage point, you could see that Claire Busher was clearly standing out of bounds as she tied up Abby Weiss for that rebound. As it is, the Lady Shoes get a break. They get to keep the basketball. Savannah Grimes in the right corner, back out to the top of the key. Thinking about a 3 was Lexi Nieberge. Then she thinks better of it. There's 40 seconds to go, and I think if Effingham lets them, they're going to hold for the last shot. So T-Town, they have led by as many as 11 points. Their advantage currently stands at 3, 21-18. Got Sadie Beaker out at the volleyball line, just dribbling, and now finally Miranda Fox steps up and gets the count going. So they will have to pass it around a little bit. 17 seconds to go in this first half. Sadie Beaker in a little bit of a trouble. She gets it over to Olivia Niemerg off of a screen. Niemerg now She picks it up, and she tries to get it down the post to Claire Busher, and it's knocked away. Effingham with the ball. 3 seconds to go. Miranda Fox gets in the lane, loses her dribble, though, and they're not going to get a shot off. I thought Miranda Fox was going to be able to get herself a layup, but she dribbled the ball off of her knee, perhaps, trying to go through traffic, and Effingham couldn't get that last-second shot away. So it's halftime here at J.H. Griffin Gym, and T-Town has a slim 21-18 girls basketball lead. We will be back here on KJ Country 102.3 with the halftime show. And Millie Stats, again, you're listening to girls basketball on KJ Country 102.3.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
This is the Compass Advisory Group Halftime Show. For all of your insurance needs, contact Corey McDaniel or Kurt Strohmeyer at 347-9697.
Halftime here at J.H. Griffin Gymnasium, where the Lady Shoes of Teutopolis hold a 21-18 lead over the Lady Hearts of Effingham. T-Town led by as many as 11 points in that first half, but the Effingham club went on a little bit of a run there at the in the second half of the second quarter there to pull this thing a little bit closer. It was a 10-4 Lady Shoes lead after a quarter. Effingham outscored T-Town 14-11 in that second period, however, to get us to this 21-18 margin. And before I get to the scoring numbers here, I do want to make sure I mention, and thanks to C.J. Schmidt for coming over here and reminded me during that commercial break. I did not mention that C.J.'s here, and he's videotaping this game. And so while we're not being able to do the live stream that they're doing at the NTC Boys Basketball Tournament, we got the next best thing. He's going to get that video of this game, and you'll be able to get a hold of that a little bit later on in the week. So if you're interested in seeing how this game went, or if you were here and you'd like to see it again, we will be able to oblige. So that's a great thing, and a reminder that the NTC Boys Basketball Tournament is going on over on 97.9 XFM. They are probably well into the championship semifinal between Altamont and Diederich, and we'll have a score from Brian back at the studio a little bit later between the Neoga and South Central game. So stay tuned for those scores. Let's take a look at the scoring in this first half for Effingham. 8 points lead the way for Abby Weiss. Carson Fearday scored 6 in that first half of play. Skylar Schaefer checked in with 2 points, and ditto for Natalie Carey. Miranda Fox, she's played. She's yet to score. Kaya Kuhlman and Madison Busher have both seen action in the first half as well off the bench. Neither one of them have been able to find the scoring column either. For T-Town, 7 points for Lexi Nieberge. That is the top number for the Lady Shoes. They have gotten 6 points out of Sadie Beaker, 4 from Claire Busher, and then Savannah Grimes and Hope Beaker with 2 points apiece. Morgan Meddy has played tonight. She's yet to score. Olivia Niemerg is yet to score. And Sierra Repke has also played tonight. She is still looking for the scoring column as well. So again, T-Town with a 21-18 lead over Effingham in this girls basketball matchup at J.H. Griffin Gym. We will come back after another break with Millie's stats and some scores from Brian. You're listening to Girls High School Basketball on KJ Country 102.3.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
KJ Country 102.3. Before we head back to J.H. Griffin Gym, let's give you a few scores from around the area. High school boys basketball tonight. It's Effingham leading Mount Zion right now after one quarter, 25-13. Teutopolis boys taking on Breeze Mater Day tonight at the half. It's Teutopolis leading right now over Breeze Mater Day 21-18. Charleston over Mattoon at the half 21-19. From the National Trail Conference Tournament at Altamont, Neoga beats South Central tonight 32-27. At the half right now, it's Altamont leading Dietrich 30-26. At the tournament at Cumberland beat Palestine Hudsonville earlier tonight 63-47. We'll send it back to J.H. Griffin Gym with Millie Stats here on KJ Country 102.3.
All right, thanks, Brian. Hey, did you say that the T-Town boys were leading Mater Day 21-18 at halftime as well?
Yes.
That is that's pretty fun. As the Lady Shoes have the 21-18 lead over Effingham here at halftime at J.H. Griffin Gym. And on that note, Millie, can you impress me any more with these stats from the first half?
Oh, absolutely. Here we go. Okay, team-wise, for visiting Effingham, they were 1 of 11 from the field in the opening quarter, 5 of 12 in the second period for 6 of 23. They were 2 of 2 each quarter from the free throw line, so they were 4 of 4. They were 0 of 4 from three-point range in the opening quarter, 2 of 6 in the second period. They had 2 turnovers in each quarter. For Teutopolis, they were 4 of 10 in the opening quarter, 5 of 13 in the second period for 9 of 23 at halftime, 1 of 2 from the free throw line in the opening quarter. They were 1 of 2 from three-point range in the first quarter, 1 of 2 in the second period for 2 of 4. We got a lot of kids making shots here. They have a game here where they can shoot and get $1. T-Town had 5 turnovers in the opening quarter, 4 in the second period for 9 by halftime. Individually for Effingham, Carson Fearday was 3 of 7 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point range for her 6 points. She also pulled down 5 rebounds. Skylar Schaefer was 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 1 from the three-point range, 2 of 2 at the line for her 2 points. Natalie Carey, 1 of 4 from the field for 2 points. Miranda Fox missed her only shot in the opening quarter. Abby Weiss, 2 of 8 from the field. 2 of those were three-pointers. She hit 2 of 2 from the free throw line for her 8 points. That's all that scored for Effingham. For Teutopolis, Morgan Meddy, 0 of 3 from the field. Savannah Grimes was 1 of 1 from the field for her 2 points. Lexi Nieberge, 1 of 3 from the field. That was one of those was a three-pointer. I'm sorry, 1 of 3. Gee whiz, I can't even count here. She was 3 of 5 from the field, and 1 of those was a three-pointer for her 7 points. Hannah Prummer did not score. Oh, she hasn't been in. I'm sorry. Claire Busher, 2 of 4 from the field for 4 points. She pulled down 7 rebounds. Sadie Beeker, 2 of 7 from the field. 1 of those was a three-pointer. 1 of 2 from the free throw line for her 6 points. Niemerg and Repke have both taken shots and missed. Hannah Beeker, 1 of 1 from the field for her 2 points. And T-Town had a total of 18 rebounds and Effingham 8.
Quite a difference there, and T-Town with several offensive rebounds, especially early in the game, if my memory serves correctly, and some second chance points. So Hearts have been able to take a little bit better care of that and been able to just really get into the rhythm of their offense a little bit more lately. We'll see what both teams have coming out of halftime. Why don't we go ahead and take another 60-second break, and we'll be back with the second half of action here at girls basketball on KJ Country 102.3.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
All right, getting ready for the second half here at J.H. Griffin Gym. The Lady Shoes of T-Town with a 21-18 lead over Effingham. And didn't mention during the pregame, though, but T-Town's been a busy team, Millie. They're playing their 7th game in the last 12 days.
Wow.
They placed 5th over at the Highland Girls Tournament last week, and you and I both know that Highland Tournament is a good one year in and year out. So a 5th place finish there, pretty good showing. And then they've already got wins over Altamont and Mattoon this week. Meanwhile, Effingham, a little easier go of it. They played Monday night and got a win over Taylorville, and this is their first action since then. And meanwhile, the ball has been inbounded, and we are playing basketball here in the second half. Effingham has it, and they've got a chance here to possibly tie this game up. It'll be the first time that they've knotted it up since early on. Instead, Skylar Schaefer drives in for a 2-point bucket as she lays it off the glass, and good. She gets Effingham within a point, 21-20.
Yeah, and we didn't mention these two teams have faced each other at the Charleston Holiday Tournament.
That's also true. One of the 3 losses for Effingham. T-Town basketball right now. Sadie Beaker currently a step inside the three-point line. Gets it down in there to Busher, who put a contested shot up. No good. Natalie Carey came down with a rebound, and then Busher tracked her down, tried to knock it away from her, and she did, but it went out of bounds, so Effingham will retain possession. Yeah, Effingham's lost 3 games this year. Once to T-Town and twice to Charleston. Charleston hasn't lost to anybody yet this year, so to say the Hearts have lost to the best teams they faced is pretty accurate. Skylar Schaefer puts up a shot. That one's short and no good, and it goes out of bounds. T-Town will get the ball back, and Effingham will get one more crack, of course, at T-Town or at Charleston, I should say. They'll play Charleston at home here in a couple of weeks. As far as the action on the floor in front of us, T-Town with the ball in the 1-point lead, just over a minute into this second half of play. Sadie Beaker with the ball over on the right wing. Hands off to Lexi Nieberge, who pulls up for a jumper just behind the free throw line. That one's no good. Rebound hits the floor, and then Natalie Carey secures it and brings it up. It's a 2-on-2 break. She drives to the basket, trying to draw a charge with Lexi Nieberge. She doesn't, but the shot was no good, and Claire Busher is able to pull down the board, and we go the other way. T-Town ball. Over in the corner, Morgan Meddy was open for 3. She doesn't pull the trigger. Lexi Nieberge now trades places with her over in that left corner, and she gets it back out to Meddy on the wing. Meddy drives into the paint. She was thinking about a shot, had the ball knocked away from her as Skylar Schaefer got a hand in there, I believe, knocked it away, and it goes out of bounds off the Hearts.
Yeah, that went sky high there.
Claire Busher takes a seat, and Hope Beaker takes her place. So Hope and Sadie Beaker back both out there on the floor, along with Lexi Nieberge, Morgan Meddy, and Savannah Grimes for the Lady Shoes. It's Morgan Meddy with the ball right now. She picks up her dribble, gets it over to Nieberge, who comes over to the left wing, now driving left baseline. They cut her off. That means it's an open jumper for Morgan Meddy just inside the 3-point line. She gets that to go. Her first points of the game, and the Lady Shoes are back up 3. Again, Meddy's first 2 points, 23-20. The Lady Shoes of the lead. 5:50 to go in the third quarter. Effingham with the ball in the person of Miranda Fox, who gets it over to Abby Weiss. She drives the left baseline, puts a move on Lexi Nieberge, but can't get the layup to go. And then Nieberge tracks down the board. Man, that was a good move for Weiss. She got herself the layup, just not able to get the shot to go. Now the ball tipped out of bounds on the baseline, and they're going to say that it was last touched by the Lady Shoes. So they try to get the ball down in the post, and unsuccessful in doing so.
Yeah, a bunch of fans do not agree with that.
As one can imagine. The referees in the stands very rarely totally agree with the guys in stripes. Meanwhile, a nice lob from Miranda Fox down into Carson Fearday. Fearday gets the layup to go, and the Hearts pull within.
Well, they put it on the wrong side.
I was going to say they put the points on the wrong side of the scoreboard there. It should be 23-22, I believe. Mm-hmm. Right now the scoreboard's showing 25-20. Hopefully they get that one figured out, because that's going to confuse the dickens out of me. Meanwhile, down here on the other end of the floor, Lexi Nieberge attacks the basket and goes to the floor. She's fouled. They still haven't figured out.
No.
Still haven't figured out the deal with the scoreboard yet. Now there's no time left on the clock. It's showing 0.0 seconds. So they really need to stop play here, and they do. They need to stop play and get things figured out. They're getting there.
Yeah, they're figuring it out.
But yeah, Lexi was getting ready they'd given her the ball and had her about ready to shoot free throws. And meanwhile, the game clock had gone down to 0, and it was still showing 25-20 T-Town lead. It is 23-22. Lady Shoes with a 1-point lead. And now we just got to figure out how much time is left, because the officials, they're going to have to put their heads together and figure out what it was.
Yeah, and I can't even...
Dave Burrell, the scorekeeper.
After 5 minutes, because 5:15 was the last shot I had. But
Dave Burrell, the scorekeeper for T-Town, calling him over. He seems like maybe he has an idea.
Yeah, they still haven't put up the foul. It's a little confusing here right now.
I'll tell you, you don't realize how much you rely on that scoreboard until things go sideways a little bit. So they're getting it straightened out. Both teams have huddled up. They're going to take advantage of this time to talk things over a little bit. And I'll tell you, we got people videotaping this game. So if nothing else, maybe not CJ, because we don't want him to mess up what he's doing. But I see somebody in front of me with an iPad that's been recording the game. They might be able to go back and look at something like that. It says 3:46 right now. It seems like there'd be a little bit more time than that. I thought
there was a little more, because Fearday made her shot at 5:15. So then they came down the floor. So now they're pointing over here.
Yeah, I think they're saying, we've got
somebody with
it. It looks like maybe CJ does have an idea of what's going on there. He's got another camera that's been trained on the scoreboard, so maybe he can straighten things out. Not to put the young man on the spot, of course, but sooner or later we are going to get this thing figured out.
Yeah, he's over there working, and here comes the ref. He's going to come over and see what he says. Come on, CJ.
Not a thing that we run into too often, but they did in an effort to get the score right. The time came off the clock, and so they have to figure out where we were when play was stopped. And when play stops, we'll have some free throws from Lexi Nieberge.
Yeah, he's trying to find it. He's working on it.
Effingham coming in here with a 20-3 record. We mentioned their only losses of the season coming to T-Town once, and they lost to Charleston a couple of times. T-Town with a 24-4 record, and we mentioned also that Effingham won this matchup last year, but the Lady Shoes had won the last 4 prior, and finally we have things straightened out.
Now they've got 5:26, and that's not right, because Fearday made her shot at 5:15, so that's not right. But hey, whatever.
I think at this point the idea was that we just need to get the game going again. I think that was the decision that was ultimately made. Lexi Nieberge glad to finally get the game going again as she puts the first free throw up and good. Meanwhile, I think you were wondering about the foul.
Yeah,
Miranda Fox was the guilty party on that one. So Lexi Nieberge, her second free throw also good, a 2-for-2 trip for her, and she is T-Town's leading scorer with 9 points. Lady Shoes back up by 3, so a lengthy delay there. So we had to get some scoreboard issues figured out, but we are back underway. Effingham with the basketball, 5:15 to go on the clock here. Here's Carson Fearday, top of the key, crossover dribble, now gets it over to Miranda Fox. Fox goes back to the top of the key from the left wing. Dribbles back a step. Now she gets to Fearday. Fearday coming off of a couple screens. Nothing doing there for her, though, so she decides to take her man off the dribble. That's Morgan Meddy. But Meddy contested the shot just enough. It's off the rim. No good. Sadie Beaker able to pull down the board. So T-Town with the ball and a 3-point lead. They get it over to Meddy in the left corner. She drives into the paint. Shot no good. Abby Weiss pulls down the board. Bit of a tough shot there. Effingham bringing it up the other way in a hurry. Miranda Fox left baseline cut off, and she's going to dribble it back out all the way to the top of the key. Now she passes over to Natalie Carey, and the pass just went right through the hands of Natalie and out of bounds into that Effingham bench.
That's only the first turnover this half, only the 5th of the game for Effingham.
And it's not like Natalie wasn't looking for it. I think she just didn't look it all the way into her hands, and it slipped right through, so the Lady Shoes get the ball back. Approaching the midpoint of this third quarter, they have a 3-point lead. Savannah Grimes with the ball gets it over to Morgan Meddy. Meddy to the free throw line, hands off to Sadie Beaker. Now Savannah Grimes back in that left corner. Meddy over to Lexi Nieberge. They're working on the left side of the floor there. And they so far haven't been able to penetrate the Effingham defense. She's looking for a screen from Hope Beaker. That's Sadie Beaker that got the screen. Now over to Nieberge in the corner and back out to Meddy. She is on the left wing. Tries to get a pass over Abby Weiss. Tipped right back to her. And then she tries to pass to Lexi Nieberge, who didn't catch it clean. And by the time she did, she had taken steps. And after all that, it's a Lady Shoes turnover.
Yeah, that's their first of the half, their 10th of the game.
Olivia Nieberg checking in for Savannah Grimes for the Lady Shoes as they will set back on defense. Effingham with another chance to possibly tie this game up. They've trailed by as many as 11, but have it within 3 now, which is as close as they've been since the opening part of the game. Effingham with the ball now off of a screen. Abby Weiss gets an open 3, and man, what a screen it was from Natalie Carey, and Weiss drills the three-pointer. She's got 11 points, and this game is all knotted up, Millie.
Yes, it is. 25-25.
We mentioned again, Effingham trailed by as many as 11, and they have clawed their way back into it. At T-Town basketball, Sadie Beaker on the dribble, gets it over to Nieberge. She's trying to dribble on Fearday, breaks her down off the dribble, and gets the shot off. I'm not sure who the foul's on, as Natalie Carey also stepped over to help.
See, I would say it was on Carey, but I'm always wrong.
I think you were right this time.
I'm right this time. Let's write that down. Boy, that's her third.
I'm making a note of it now, a mental note that Millie Lang
finally got something right.
That was, her third foul, Natalie Carey, so that's a tough one. She's going to take a seat, and Madison Busher checks in. Meanwhile, I should mention that the free throw was good, so that's another point for Lexi Nieberge. She's up to 10 now, and her second free throw also good. Lexi has made her free throws tonight. Claire Busher checking in now for Lexi. Lexi's going to take a seat. Busher takes her place. D-Town back in the lead, 27-25, 3:15 to go in the third quarter. Effingham basketball. Miranda Fox bringing it up the court. No T-Town pressure so far. They showed some full court press in the first half, but they haven't been doing it as of late. Pass down to a tough catch for Skylar Schaefer in the block. She gets it out to the free throw line, then kicks over to the right wing. That's Fox, who's going to bring it back to the top of the key. She's putting people in place, using some hand signals. Now she just decides to drive to the left baseline, keeps her dribble. Pass to Busher is a tough catch, but she manages to get it over to Weiss for 3. That one is short, and the rebound comes down to Olivia Niemerg for T-Town. It's T-Town with the ball, 2-point lead, under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Sadie Beaker dribbling around, right wing. She gets it up to high post over there to Busher. Now over to Olivia Niemerg over in the corner. Morgan Meddy in that left corner. Skip over to Hope Beaker. She puts up a shot fake, and then back over in the corner. This is Morgan Meddy. She's trying to find Claire Busher on the block, but the defense from Madison Busher was pretty solid. So they get it over to the other side. Opposite block, that's Hope Beaker. She hands to Busher. Now that ball is tied up. She went too low with it, and Madison Busher stuck her hand in there and tied it up. The Lady Shoes will keep the basketball, but good defense for Madison there.
Yeah, she was right in there and just reached in and grabbed it.
Yeah, if they bring the ball below their waist, that's a good opportunity for you to get in there and tie it up, and that's exactly what Madison Busher did. It's T-Town inbounds the basketball. They got it top of the key. Morgan Meddy, she drives on Abby Weiss, gets a layup, but it's no good, and the rebound comes down to Skylar Schaefer. So Effingham bringing it back up. They could tie or take the lead here. Abby Weiss in the right corner, looking over, and finally decides to get it out to Miranda Fox, who's going to set things back up. She gets some instructions from Coach Safer on the sideline there as they are on their end of the floor for this second half. Skylar Schaefer picks up her dribble. She's going to have to get rid of it. Gets it over to Fox. Fox top of the key trying to drive in the lane. She gets all the way under the basket. Reverse layup is good. Miranda Fox's first points of the night tie this thing back up. 27 all, a minute 33 to go in the third quarter. So Miranda Fox finally gets herself in the scoring column and got us a brand new ball game, all knotted up again. I think this is the second tie we've had in the late goings here. T-Town ball. Hope Beaker skips a pass over there to Olivia Niemerg in the corner. She tries to get it back over to Beaker. Now Sadie Beaker comes off a screen from Hope and gets the jumper to go from the elbow. So Sadie Beaker, she's up to 8 points, and she gets T-Town back up by 2. We are officially under a minute to go in this third quarter. Effingham basketball. Abby Weiss setting it up this time. Gets it over to Miranda Fox. Fox surveys the scene. Gets it over for a 3 from the top of the key. Abby Weiss, that one is good. 14 points for Abby Weiss, and for the first time all evening, Effingham has got the lead. 30-29, the Lady Hearts have taken the lead. T-Town, though, breaks some pressure, and they get it down. Claire Busher got the shot off. It was blocked by Abby Weiss, but they're going to say that she got her with a body. The block was clean. I think she got a little body on her.
Yeah, that's her first foul. It's only Effingham's first foul of this half.
So T-Town pretty effectively broke down some Effingham pressure and got the look for Claire Busher. And she gets herself to the free throw line, but her first attempt is off the back iron, no good. 36.1 seconds to go in this third quarter. Another free throw coming for Claire Busher. She could get her Lady Shoes back tied up if she makes it. It's short, though. Fight for the rebound, and finally corralled by Miranda Fox. So Effingham's got the ball and their first lead of the night. Under 30 seconds to go. See if they hold for the last shot and try to take that lead into the fourth quarter. Right now, Madison Busher's got it, gets it over to Miranda Fox. She dribbles back to the top of the key. Under 15 seconds to go now. And they are indeed going to look for this last shot, I would think. Abby Weiss has got it. She's looking to get it to Carson Fearday, but she picks up her dribble. Fearday manages to shake loose. Under 5 seconds to go. Shot in the lane. It's good. Carson Fearday's in double digits with 10, and that is where this third quarter will come to an end. So Effingham has managed to outscore T-Town 14-9 in this third quarter, and they open up a 3-point lead going into the fourth quarter. We'll be back in a minute with girls basketball here on KJ Country 102.3.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
All right, fourth quarter, Effingham gets the basketball to start, and they have the 32-29 lead over the Lady Shoes of T-Town here at J.H. Griffin Gym. Effingham is trailed by as many as 11 points in this game, but they currently have a 3-point lead, and they could add to it in this possession. Carson Fearday, a tough shot in the lane, no good, but she manages to get her own rebound. That shot contested and no good. Claire Busher comes down with it. The Effingham fans wanted to know if there was some contact there, but it goes unwhistled, and the Lady Shoes have a chance to possibly tie here. Instead, they lob it down into Claire Busher. Her shot is high off the rim and no good. High off the backboard and no good, and in following her own miss, we get a foul, and it's going to be on the Hearts.
I thought he called a jump.
Did they call a jump ball? Okay, they called a jump ball, and so it will stay here with the Lady Shoes. My mistake. So T-Town still with the basketball. That's the bottom line. Olivia Niemerg gets it over to Morgan Meddy. Now Hope Beaker on the left wing. She kicks it over to Niemerg. Niemerg possibly looking for a screen. Instead, they get it down to Hope Beaker, but she cannot handle the pass, and Madison Busher for Effingham manages to take it away. So a turnover for the Lady Shoes, and Effingham with the ball in the 3-point lead.
Well, actually, T-Town's only got 2 turnovers this half, and Effingham's only got 1.
Yeah, they have played some pretty clean ball. Effingham with the basketball, and Miranda Fox drives into the lane, gets the layup to go. She went left-handed and got it in there. Effingham with a 5-point lead, 34-29. Just over a minute into this fourth quarter, Effingham has gotten itself all the way back into the lead here. Now let's see what they do about their defense as they have got T-Town with the basketball. Sadie Beaker. She's going to try to drive on Madison Busher, and Busher put a body on her trying to cut that off as Beaker got a step on her, and then Busher gets called for the foul.
And that's her third foul.
So Madison Busher, Effingham reserve, picks up that third foul for T-Town. Hope Beaker takes a seat. They got Lexi Nieberge back in the game. That's who it was, Lexi. And just as quick as she gets back in the game, she pulls the trigger on a 3, and she got it to go. 14 for Lexi Nieberge, and she pulls the Lady Shoes within 2 points, 34-32, the Effingham lead. Lady Hearts with the ball, 6:15 to go in this fourth quarter. Miranda Fox, the handoff. Carson Meddy, top of the key. Now Skylar Schaefer looking to see what she can do left wing. She picks up her dribble. She's in a little bit of trouble, and she throws it away. Steal for Morgan Meddy. And now she's trapped. Will they get it out of there? They will. They get it over to Sadie Beaker, and she gets it across the timeline. Thought for a minute there maybe T-Town have to burn a timeout to save the turnover, but they do get it across. Now Morgan Meddy hands it to Olivia Niemerg. Niemerg picks up her dribble at the free throw line, gets it over to Morgan Meddy. Meddy to Niemerg. So far, they're the only two to touch the ball in this possession. And it stays that way. She gets it over to Meddy. Now over to Lexi Nieberge on the left wing. Cross-court pass over to Olivia Niemerg for three, and it's short. Rebound hits the floor, and Miranda Fox is able to corral it, and then she's fouled. It's pretty much got to be Claire Busher. I think she's the only T-Town player who's left on that end of the floor.
Yep, and you are correct. That's only her second foul.
4 team fouls for Effingham, just 1 for the Lady Shoes. That is the first T-Town foul of the half. T-Town, though, behind by a couple of points. Effingham with the ball in the 34-32 lead, 5:10 to go. While the Hearts get it over to a 3-point try for Carson Fearday is blocked. That was Sadie Beaker coming over there and just swatting that thing away.
Great block.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Fearday had some room, and I think she, understandably thought she had some time to get that corner three off, and just out of nowhere, Sadie Beaker comes flying in. So Effingham will get to retain possession, however. They get it to Skylar Schaefer, and now Miranda Fox at the center circle there. She'll get it over to Abby Weiss, who dribbles all the way back over to the top of the key. Madison Busher, she's seen a lot of minutes tonight. She's got it currently. She gets it over to Fox on the right wing. Fox driving that right baseline now under the basket and over to Fearday. Tough catch for her. Now they get it over to Abby Weiss, drives in the lane. She gets it to Skylar Schaefer for a three. It was contested, and it's no good. Olivia Niemerg pulls down the board. Then Lexi Nieberge dribble gets a little high on her. They say she kept her hand on top of it, though, and the Lady Shoes will retain possession. Olivia Niemerg trying to drive on Fox. No room there. Sadie Beaker trying to come off the screen. Her little jumper is good. So Sadie Beaker, she's in double digits with 10 points, and it is a tie ball game, 34-all. 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. And Millie, Jeff Schaefer is going to get a timeout. So with 4:08 to go, it is all knotted up. 34-piece Effingham timeout. It is Effingham 34, T-Town 34. Back in 30 seconds on KJ Country 102.3.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
Well, we're back here at J.H. Griffin Gymnasium, and we got us a tie ball game. Effingham 34, T-Town 34 in this girls basketball matchup. And Millie, Jeff Schaefer got the quick time out there, and you're just telling me you're leaving room in that scorebook because this thing seems like it might very well be destined for a little extra time.
Yeah, that's OT.
Effingham trailed by as many as 11 points, but we're all knotted up right now. The Hearts with the basketball. Carson Fearday put up that mid-range jumper. It was no good. The rebound comes down to Sadie Beaker, and we go the other way. Lady Shoes with the ball and the chance to maybe retake the lead. They've been up by 11. They've trailed by as many as 5 here in this fourth quarter. We are all knotted up. Sadie Beaker drives into the lane. A lot of traffic, but she banks one in off the left glass. 12 points for Sadie, and back to a 2-point lead for the Lady Shoes, 36-34. So Miranda Fox bringing it up. She wanted to get it to Carson Fearday. Fearday had her back turned for a minute. Then Fearday came back for the ball, and Morgan Meddy said, "No, I don't think I'm going to let you have it off that easy," and she knocked it out of bounds. This game, as I just mentioned, we've seen some swings. We have seen both teams with some leads, but right now it's one of the slimmer leads you can have is T-Town is ahead by 2 points. Effingham basketball, they get it in bounds. Abby Weiss tries to get a pass into the post to Natalie Carey, and an ill-advised pass at that as it is taken away by Olivia Niemerg. The turnover gives the ball back to the Lady Shoes.
I could see where she was going with that because Carey was standing there and near the basket, but
not a lot of room as we go under 3 minutes in this fourth quarter. T-Town basketball, they've got the 2-point lead. Olivia Niemerg with the basketball right now. She hands off to Lexi Nieberge, who hands off to Morgan Meddy. Meddy's going to bring it back toward the top of the key, stops just shy, and then kicks it back over on the left wing. That's Nieberge. A little pass fake, then she drives into the lane on Carey. Gets it back out to Morgan Meddy now on the right wing. She drives toward the top of the key, then back to the wing. Nieberge was trailing her on the play, gets the ball, drives into the lane. Man, that is a tough shot, and it's no good. Skylar Schaefer with the board. And Miranda Fox trying to bring it up the floor. She has it poked away by Morgan Meddy from behind. Now T-Town has numbers. Olivia Niemerg pulls up for the jumper, and it's good. Olivia Niemerg picks a big time to get her first 2 points of the night, and she's got her Lady Shoes back up, 38-34. 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. Effingham with the ball.
Yeah, she hesitated there. You could see she wanted to take the shot. She stopped, and then suddenly she just thought, I'm taking it, and she got it.
Kind of let the traffic go past her, and she got it to go. Meanwhile, on this end, Abby Weiss pulls up for a jumper. It's good inside the free throw line. Gets it to go. 16 points for her, and we get a quick timeout. We will take this 30-second break along with them. It is T-Town 38, Effingham 36. Back in 30 seconds here on KJ Country 102.3.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
All right, getting done with a 30-second break here, Millie. A minute 57 to go in this game. T-Town with a 38-36 lead, and Effingham just got a big shot by Abby Weiss, but the Lady Shoes are going to have the ball.
Yeah, well, Effingham's just going to have to get a little tougher on defense here and try to get a takeaway.
Lady Hearts, as we have mentioned a time or two, have trailed this game by as many as 11 points, but they have clawed their way back. They got back within 3 at halftime. They've taken some leads. They've been up by as many as 5, and they come out of this break trapping with a full-court press. T-Town trying to get it figured out, and Coach Thompson's going to get a timeout. So Effingham throws a little wrinkle at him, and Coach Thompson says, I'm going to get a timeout of my own. So we'll take another 30-second break. Back in a 38-36 T-Town game in 30 seconds on KJ Country 102.3.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
So Lady Hearts coach Jeff Schaefer, out of the previous timeout, told his kids to come out and play a full court press. T-Town maybe not quite ready for it, so rather than take the 10-second turnover, Coach Lori Thompson got a timeout of her own, Millie.
That's right. At this point in the game, you want to keep possession of the ball.
Yeah, every possession important because it's a 2-point game. The Lady Shoes with a 38-36 lead. Effingham still with the pressure. Now the timeout. Miranda Fox almost gets the takeaway there.
Yep, she fell to the ground, or she would have had it.
So Effingham is basically saying we're going to expend every last bit of energy we've got here because there's only a minute 48 left in regulation here. They keep that press on. T-Town gets it inbounded this time. Sadie Beaker, she's trapped. The pass is tipped, but she gets it to Lexi Nieberge. Then Nieberge throws it across the timeline, and Morgan Meddy has it. So finally the Lady Shoes able to get the ball across midcourt and at least try and set something up. Then Lexi Nieberge drives. Her shot is no good, but she followed her own miss and got it to go. So Lexi with 16 points as she just broke down the defense there, and she has her Lady Shoes back up by 4. Minute 16 to go here. Effingham with the ball. Skylar Schaefer dribbles in, but then picks up her dribble about the free throw line at the elbow there. Abby Weiss now with it, top of the key. Carson Fearday. Fearday been a little quiet as of late. She says, no more, I'm going to take it to the basket, and she draws the foul.
Yeah, time's ticking away, so Effingham's going to have to go to the basket pretty quick.
Carson draws the contact and gets herself to the free throw line. Is that who's the foul on there,
That
Millie?
was on Claire Busher, her third.
So Claire picking up that third foul. Fearday at 10 points. Gets her first free throw to go. She now has 11. And she's got the Lady Hearts within 3. 61 seconds to play here. At least in regulation. We'll see. Fearday's second free throw, is no good, and Sadie Beaker able to come down with the rebound for the Lady Shoes. So still a 3-point lead for the Lady Shoes. They've got the ball, and there's going to be a foul as they had 3 people trapping Sadie Beaker. She picked up her dribble about 2 steps shy of the midcourt line, and Effingham, that's just their second team, that's their 5th team foul.
Yeah, 5th. That was on Abby Weiss, her second foul.
I was looking at the T-Town side of things thinking, man, yeah, if you're going to be playing from behind, you have to get some fouls, but that's T-Town with just 2 team fouls here. So they'll get it inbounded in a hurry, and they get it across the timeline, and now you see Carson Fearday step in and wrap her up, so they are shortening this game because there's 50.2 seconds to go, so they're going to have to do it one more time to get the Lady Shoes at the foul line.
Yep, even I knew that was on Carson Fearday.
Yeah, there was not a lot of ambiguity there as she had to kind of do a little open field tackle there to get her down, and now they are going to get it into Sadie Beaker. They've got her trapped. They try to take it away, and there was a whistle. Okay, I didn't hear the whistle, but I did see the hand in the air, and so they do get the foul. 45.7 seconds to go, and now T-Town is in the bonus.
Yeah, I thought so. That was on Schaefer. It's her first.
Skylar Schaefer picks it up. Natalie Carey back in the game for Effingham. Taking a seat is Kaya Kuhlman, who had been in there. So Lexi Nieberge. No, that's not Lexi. That is Sadie Beaker, rather, at the free throw line for the first end of 1 and bonus, and she gets it to go. Beaker's got 13. And more importantly, the Lady Shoes have a 4-point lead. Beaker's second is on the way, and that one is nothing but net. 14 points now for Sadie. 45.7 seconds to go. Effingham with the ball. They trail by 5. So they're going to have to get something done in a hurry. They've got it in Carson Fearday's hand. She gets it over a set play for Abby Weiss, and her three-pointer is blocked by Sadie Beaker. And then the ball comes down to Lexi Nieberge. And was it tied up? Was it a foul? I believe it's a foul. So Lexi Nieberge came down with the basketball, and then Effingham fouled her. They ran a little two-man game there, Effingham did, to try to get the 3 for Abby Weiss, but Sadie Beaker got full hand on that shot.
Yeah, Natalie Carey got her. That's her 4th foul.
Nieberge's first free throw is too strong, off the mark, off the back iron. Effingham with a rebound. Fearday gets it down to Weiss, who brings it all the way into the paint, kicks it back out to Fearday. That's a 3 on the way, no good. Rebound comes down to T-Town. That was Sadie Beaker who got it, and she is fouled. Now we're down to 22.7 seconds to go. So Effingham has got an open look for 3 points that time from Carson Fearday, but it was no good. And now T-Town with a chance to add to its 5-point lead.
Miranda Fox picked up that foul. It's her 3rd.
This is the last one in bonus. They'll be in the double bonus after this. Sadie Beaker, her first free throw is good. 15 for Sadie. If she makes this one, she will even up with Lexi Nieberge for the team lead in scoring. But more importantly, it's a 6-point lead for T-Town. Now a 7-point lead. Beaker does indeed make it. Effingham gets it inbound. They've got to hurry. Under 20 seconds to go. They get it over to Carey. A three-pointer, and she was fouled. Ooh.
Oh, that's probably not what Coach Thompson wanted to see.
Yeah. Sadie Beaker, who just made the free throws on the other end, she's whistled for the foul on this end. And for Effingham, it can't get much better than that. You get a chance to shoot 3 free throws with the clock stopped at 17.2 seconds. Natalie Carey, she's got 2 points tonight. And her first free throw is too strong. 44-37, T-Town with the lead. 17.2 seconds to go in this game. Natalie Carey, still 2 free throws to go. Her second one is good. So she's got 1 out of 2. And 1 more to come. Lady Hearts within 6. No substitutions. Everybody on the floor will remain on the floor. Third one is up, and it is short, but crawls over the rim and good. So Carey's got 4 points, and now they are going to get Kaya Kuhlman in the game for Natalie because Natalie has got her 4 fouls. So Kuhlman comes in to play a little defense. T-Town going to inbound the basketball and then get fouled if they don't get it taken away. And I'll tell you, Miranda Fox did everything she could to try to take that one away. Yeah. She denied the pass inbounds and knocked it out of bounds. Does run about a second off the clock, however, though. 16.7 to go. Now T-Town does get it inbound, and then they get it back to Sadie Beaker, who inbounded, and it takes a few seconds for them to finally get the foul on Carson Fearday.
That's her second.
Yeah, that was a little bit slow developing for Effingham, unfortunately. About maybe 5.5 more seconds came off the clock there. We're down to 11.9, and now it's a double bonus opportunity. Sadie Beaker is going to get a chance to shoot 2 free throws.
And she's hit 4 of 5 this game from the free throw line.
And she makes the first one here. 17 now for Sadie Beaker. And she is the leading scorer now for these Lady Shoes. Senior wearing number 10. She's got another free throw coming. And she gets that one to go. She's made a bunch of them here in the fourth quarter. And now we are going to get a timeout. So Effingham calls the timeout. They trail T-Town 46-39. We're going to be back in 30 seconds here on KJ Country 102.3.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
All right, back here at J.H. Griffin Gymnasium, in the middle of a timeout here. The Lady Shoes with a 46-39 lead over Effingham. This game has been tied a couple times in the second half, Millie. Effingham has trailed by as many as 11. Effingham has also had as many as a 5-point lead here in this second half, but currently they're going to have to get something done in a hurry. 11.9 seconds to go. They get it inbounded, and it's Miranda Fox who takes it, giving the length of the floor, and she was fouled by Olivia Niemerg, and quite honestly, a smart play by the Lady Shoes because they've got fouls to give. So they run 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds off the clock, and then foul, and that's only 14 fouls for the Lady Shoes. So now they get it inbound to Miranda Fox, and Olivia Niemerg is going to do it again. I mean, it's a smart strategy for the Lady Shoes. 6.9 seconds to go. And you're just cutting down on the time that Effingham has to make a comeback, and quite honestly, it was going to be tough to do already. So now they get a quick long three from Fearday. That one's no good. Claire Busher comes down with the rebound, and that is going to be all she wrote. So Effingham battled back from that 11-point deficit, They had a lead here in the second half, but in the end, it is the Lady Shoes prevailing on their home court by a final score of 46-39. Effingham sees its record drop to 20-4 on the season. 2 losses to T-Town this year, 2 losses to Charleston. That is it for the Lady Shoes. They improved to 25-4 with the victory going into their final week of play before regionals the week after, and they get the victory. So we will be back in 60 seconds here with some post-game information on KJ Country 102.3.
Carry out, dine in, delivery, and catering, Joe's Pizza and Pasta does it all. Come on in where you'll be greeted with great food and great service, including pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, salads, appetizers, and desserts. Joe's Pizza and Pasta. There's always great food with a great atmosphere at Joe's.
Visit us 24/7 at danheck.com and check out the specials we have going on right now. No one will sell you a new Chevrolet or Toyota for less. Let us prove it to you. See you today at Dan Heck Chevrolet Toyota, South Route 45 in Effingham.
Effingham Express Care is here for you 7 days a week. We're open on weekends and holidays, and you never need an appointment to be seen. We offer on-site x-ray, strep and flu testing, and treatment of injuries. Don't waste your time and money in a busy ER. Come to Effingham Express Care or call 217-994-9301.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Northside Ford on North Keller Drive in Effingham will find a car that works for you. Check out their selection of cars and trucks today.
This is the Farm Credit Illinois postgame show. Farm Credit Illinois, assisting farmers for over 100 years.
All right, back here at J.H. Griffin Gym at Teutopolis High School, where the Lady Shoes survived a 46-39 victory over the Effingham Lady Hearts. T-Town outscored Effingham 16-7 in the fourth quarter to get that victory and improve to 25-4 on the season. Effingham with the loss drops to 20-4. This game got off to a rough start for Effingham. They trailed 10-4 after the first quarter, but they battled back. Got it within 3. It was 21-18 at halftime, and then they outscored T-Town 14-9 in the third quarter and carried a 32-30 lead for Effingham into the fourth and final quarter. And after a quick start, Effingham got off to a good start in that fourth quarter, opened up a lead of as many as 5 points. The Lady Shoes battled back, made a little comeback of their own and made their free throws down the stretch. Outscored Effingham 16-7 in the final period and came away with a 46-39 victory. Looking at your scoring tonight, leading the way for the Lady Hearts is Abby Weiss. She scored 16 points tonight. Also in double figures, Carson Fearday checking in with 11. Then you got 4 points from Skylar Schaefer. You got 4 points from Natalie Carey and 4 points from Miranda Fox. Kaya Kuhlman saw action for Effingham tonight. So did Madison Busher. Madison Busher didn't score tonight, but she played a lot of meaningful minutes and did a lot of good things defensively and on the board. So shout out to her. Even though she didn't crack the scoring column, she gave Coach Jeff Schaefer some good minutes this evening. For T-Town, 18 points leading the way for Sadie Baker, including a lot of good free throw shooting there down the stretch in the fourth quarter. So she helped her Lady Shoes ice this game. Not far behind, Lexi Nieberge with 16 points tonight. And then a lot of other contributors here and there for the Lady Shoes. Claire Busher, 4. And then Morgan Meddy with a couple points. Savannah Grimes with 2 points. Olivia Nieberg with 2 points. And Hope Beaker also with a couple. Sierra Repke also saw action in the game tonight, but she never did find a chance to score. That's okay because her team came away with the victory, 46-39. We're going to go ahead and take our last break of the night, and when we come back, we will get some statistics from Millie. We'll check in with Brian back at the studio for some scores, and we hope to talk to both Effingham coach Jeff Schaefer and the victorious coach Lori Thompson from T-Town. All that when we come back in a minute here on KJ Country 102.3.
Your team works hard year-round to have a successful season. Shouldn't your bank do the same? Midland States Bank, in business since 1881, currently provides over 55,000 ATM locations and extended customer care hours. They're large enough to service almost any customer, yet community-based to service any size of banking needs. Midland offers innovative products like instant issue debit cards and My Card Rules, an easy way to freeze and unfreeze your debit card should it become lost or stolen. Midland States Bank is here to guide you to success. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The roar of the crowd, the winning shot at the buzzer, the hope of a championship. There's nothing like hoops season. And as we celebrate this exciting time of year, HSHS St. Anthony's Memorial Hospital wants to remind you that our team works together to care for your team. Here's to another winning and healthy season. HSHS St. Anthony's, together keeping you in the game.
All right, continuing with post-game activities here at J.H. Griffin Gym, where the Lady Shoes have just finished off a 46-39 victory over visiting Effingham in a girls basketball matchup here on this Friday night. And Millie, have I given you enough time to give us a look at the statistics from this game tonight?
Yep.
All right.
Just enough. I've got it.
All right.
Visitors, Effingham. They finished the game with 14 of 43 from the field. They were 7 of 9 from the free throw line. They had a total of 17 rebounds, 4 of 16 from three-point range. Individually, Carson Fairday was 5 of 15 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. She had 7 rebounds. She was 0 of 5 from three-point range for 11 points. Skylar Schaefer, 1 of 6 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 0 of 1 from three-point range for 4 points. Natalie Carey, 1 of 5 from the field, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds and 4 points. Miranda Fox, 2 of 3 from the field. She did not take an attempt at the free throw line. She had 3 rebounds and 4 points. Abby Weiss, 5 of 14 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 4 of 10 from three-point range for 16 points. Kuhlman got in, did not score, and Busher got in and did not score. And I see Lori Thompson is about here, so I will tell T-Town stats after she gets done chatting here with the newspaper.
All right, so yes, Lori Thompson, nice enough to come up here and join us for a post-game interview, and we'll let her get saddled up with the headset here. And Coach, this is a game that had a few swings to it, didn't it?
It sure did. I'm glad we had the last one.
Yeah, I mean, you got off to a great start. I mean, tell me a little bit about what you're doing to hold Effingham to 4 points in that first quarter.
You know, I thought we came out defensively. I thought we were very focused. I thought we did a nice job keeping Weiss in check and keeping Carson in check. And that was kind of our two keys. We wanted to keep them under control and obviously not let Miranda make plays. And I thought we did a nice job of that. And we also hit some shots.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't miss a whole lot there. And we took care of the ball. And you saw what happened when we stopped taking care of the ball. And then we were a little bit rattled. And then that led to the offense. And we missed some shots that typically we should be making. And Effingham got right back in it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you saw what can happen when Effingham's able to get settled in and start running some things. They went on a run there in the second half. And to your team's credit, get down by 5 points, and you don't let it get any worse than that.
Yeah, and that was the key, just one stop at a time. Like I thought, you know, we had to do a lot of helping. Finally, you know, I said, you're just going to have to face guard Abby Weiss. I mean, that's what we're going to have to do, which means no help if he puts Carson on the same side, which he did a couple times. So we got lucky. They might have missed a couple shots, and, you know, my weak side came in a little bit for help. So that made a big difference for us as well.
And they had some opportunities down the stretch to make some three-pointers that would have been huge in this game, and they were defended very well.
Yeah, we got out there, and that was another big key. I think we blocked one. You know, you alter those shots coming out hard, but we try not to get too far off of them, but obviously we did a couple times. And, you know, they're good players, and when you play a good team like that, you gamble, you know, and I think, you know, Schaefer got a couple buckets. You know, those other kids stepped up and got a couple buckets because we are putting more pressure on Carson and Abby. And I thought, you know, that's the kids that we're going to beat them. They have to beat us. We got to take care of these two because they make all the plays and make the team better, obviously.
So Sadie Beaker leading the way with 18 points tonight. And you could point to a lot of things that she did well tonight, but I think what's going to stick out is that she needed to make some free throws down the stretch, and she drilled them.
Yeah, she did. Sadie won the ball in her hands. And me as well. So, you know, I have pretty much confidence in her that she's going to go ahead and knock those down, which she did. And that's big, really huge. You know, another thing that we did that fourth quarter is we spread the floor a little bit because I thought early there was some impatience and we took some silly shots early. And I thought, you know, we need to slow it down a little bit, play our game, and spread the floor a little bit, make a couple passes, and kind of break down Effingham's defense, in which I thought then we got to the foul line a little bit, and we did get some buckets. So I think that was a key. You know, I tried to kind of compact a little bit, and that was not a good idea. I think we were much better off when we were spreading the floor.
And then Lexi Nieberge checking in with 16 points. It's what you like to see out of a sophomore in a big game. She stepped up, and she looks confident with the ball in her hands.
Yeah, Lexi, there's usually not a shot she doesn't like, and I have no problem with that. She has the green light. She knows that. Like I said, she's offensive minded, and she did a nice job defensively as well for us. So yeah, we got to keep having that out of Lexi.
So you guys have been busy, okay? This is your 7th game in the last 12 days. Already had 2 games this week. And it's not going to get any better, is it? Because the postseason's just coming right around the corner. Yeah, we're pretty back-ended, pretty heavy on the back end, which, the Highland tournament got pushed back, so that kind of contributed a little bit to that. And that's okay. This is kind of the time I always look at the Highland tournament as a point where kind of see where you're at. We had a few struggles there, but we also had a couple good games there. And, I just keep telling the girls, carry this on because, like I said, the season that we like to, go undefeated in is coming up. Yeah, and so tell me, how do you feel like you are? How would you gauge where you're at as the regional is basically a week away?
Yeah, we're going to be going to Robinson. We end up getting the 1 seed. We'll play Wednesday, the winner of
Robinson or Cumberland.
Yeah. So I like our chances there. I mean, we got to play ball the way we're capable of playing, and I think if we play our style and play our defense, and I always say that's the name of our game here. I try to instill that. The Dennis instilled that in me as well, and that's something that we try to stay true to. And you got to trust it. And hopefully we come to play, and maybe we can get us another regional.
And I think coming in and beating a team of Effingham's caliber at this point in the season, that's a good barometer of where you are, and it can't hurt as far as your confidence going into that second season that you talk about.
Yes, and that's what Jeff and I talked about before the game. I said, this is a great time for this game. Jeff's got an awesome team. My team's good too, and we can just pick apart each other, see what works, have success, what didn't work, and it's great to do that against a good team. And so, I'm very appreciative we have this game at this point in time because they're exactly the type of team that we're going to see in the postseason, and I feel like we're probably going to be that for them as well. And, like I said, 2 great teams going at it. He gets me one year, I might get him the next year. That's just the way it goes, and it's friendly rivalry, and I really appreciate them. Like I said, those kids play hard out there for him, and our kids do too. And it's great for girls basketball. For tonight, especially, we had a nice crowd. Our boys are playing. I think probably Effingham's boys are playing. So we had a full house here tonight, and that's awesome for these girls to be able to play in that atmosphere.
Well, Lori, we'll wish you the best of luck going down that postseason trail that's coming right up. We appreciate you taking the time to come up and have a chat, and good luck the rest of the way.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming.
All right, that's Coach Lori Thompson from Teutopolis. Her team got the victory tonight, 46-39 over Effingham. Coach Schaefer hasn't made his way up here yet, so I think, Millie, maybe you have a chance to finish off those statistics.
All righty. For Teutopolis, they were 6 of 38 from the field, 11 of 15 from the free throw line. They had 29 rebounds, 3 of 6 from three-point range. Morgan Meddy, 1 of 7 from the field, 3 rebounds, 2 points. Savannah Grimes, 1 of 1 from the field. She had 1 rebound and 2 points. Lexi Niebrugge, 5 of 10 from the field, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. She had 4 rebounds. She was 2 of 3 from three-point range for her 16 points. Claire Busher, 2 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 at the free throw line. She had 10 rebounds and 4 points. Sadie Beaker, 5 of 10 from the field, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. She had 4 rebounds, 1 of 2 from three-point range for her 18 points. Niemerg, 1 of 2 from the field, 6 rebounds, 0 of 1 from three-point range for her 2 points. Repke, 0 of 1 from the field. She did not score. And Hannah Beaker, 1 of 1 from the field, 1 rebound and 2 points.
All right, that works out perfectly. Millie gets through those stats, and Coach Jeff Schaefer from Effingham, nice enough to come up and talk with us after this game. And Jeff, we talked with Lori about this. This contest had some ups and downs to it for both teams.
Yeah, first and fourth quarters were theirs, middle 2 were ours, and we just got to make a couple shots at the end. I mean, they did, we didn't. That was pretty much it.
You were able to run yourself some set plays in that fourth quarter to get some three-pointers when you were needing to chip away, and just one time the opening just wasn't there, and the other time it doesn't go down, but the plays themselves would run pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, the one we goofed up was that when they tied it, we called timeout and run this really nice set, and Natalie's wide open, and we just don't throw it for whatever reason, and then it gets tipped and ends up being a turnover, which they convert. then they have the lead instead of us, and we were, I thought they did a, good job making their free throws. They also did a good job of knocking down those 2 shots that were the difference, and we kind of came up empty. Just frustrating to play that good a defense, holding to 40 before you start fouling, and not have, I don't want to say have enough guts to score more, but I thought once we took the lead and missed those 2 shots and then didn't execute the other play, then it looked like we were very passive. But, part of it, too, is you got 2 really, really good teams that play great defense that make it really, really hard to score points.
And you talk about great defense. I mean, T-Town came out of the gates and they were in your faces in that first quarter, and I think it showed with some of the early shooting numbers.
Yeah, and then, but we didn't panic. We got it right back and cut it to 1 basket at halftime, and then come out and actually take the lead going into the fourth quarter, and then extend it. And, that's when you got to be sharp. That's when you got to, make the plays. And, we just didn't for whatever reason.
Tell me from your perspective, as you guys are going on your run in the second half and getting back into this game and even getting out to a couple basket lead. I mean, what's going well for you in that point in the game that, wasn't happening earlier on?
Well, when they did a really good job on limiting Carson. Somebody else has to step up, and Abby did offensively. I thought Skylar was aggressive offensively. We could steal some shots with her. She made the really nice move to start the second half and then missed, and then she didn't really look to score again either. But I thought we had 4 or 5 times though when we broke or we got a rebound and pushed the ball up the floor and just did not hit the right person for whatever reason. We just don't usually do that stuff. I mean, it was simple, and I don't know why we didn't hit the right person. I'll watch the tape. I hope it wasn't being a little more selfish or whatever, but because we usually don't have that word in our vocabulary, but I didn't think that we shared the ball to the right person there 3 or 4 times. And the baskets we gave them in the first half, I think 8 points on offensive rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds that they end up getting 3-pointers at because we don't grab the rebound, and we just can't have that moving forward. But but they're a really good team. They're deep. They may not lose again. I like their chances because they have all the kind of the pieces that they need. They can go inside and out, and that's kind of what's nice about having that inside person that you can go to when in a game, when the game's half court like that. We kind of got to do it with our quickness and our shooting, where they have a little more luxury of being able to bang it inside a little bit. And I'd rather be shooting from 2 feet than 20.
Yeah. Lori talked to me about just the benefit at this point in the season of a team of your caliber playing against a team of her caliber, and how there's things that could be taken away from it, win or lose. So tell me, what you try to take away from this as you get down the stretch of the season.
Except for a couple plays there in the fourth quarter, I thought we did a great job of taking care of the basketball, even though we had a bad first quarter. We hung in there. So we've always weathered the storm. We've played 24 games now, and we've had a chance to win every one of them. So. They took us at the Charleston Holiday Tournament. They make all 8 free throws over there at their end. It's a block charge call and a 3-point game. And then the 2 Charleston games were similar. If we can inbound the ball, we win one of those. And each time we miss it. This is actually the first game we lost all year where we had all of our people. When I say that, we had our normal starting lineup. So this is actually our first loss that we had the regular starting lineup together. Natalie came in and played some minutes at Charleston, but and you're 2 or 3 plays from winning this game. So we'll just try to build on that, use it going forward. It's really disappointing. I know they're very disappointed, but the great thing is we play tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we don't have to stew about it for 2 days. We can either, tomorrow ends up being a bigger game than this one because, we're 1 game out in the conference. Charleston beat us at their place, but they have to come back and play at our place. So we're in control of whether we can win the conference or not. So It's right there for us. Mount Zion's a really, really good team. Usually we play them the day before this game, so this is actually one of the first times we actually were able to prepare a little bit for T-Town because we're always getting those conference games and putting those first. So shouldn't be any problem with the game plan we put together. For whatever reason, we just didn't execute wonderful, but a lot of that has to do with them, and they will say the same thing. Both teams just made it so hard for each other.
And Jeff, I don't want to keep you too much longer, but I think I would be remiss. I don't think we've had a chance to talk to you on our airwaves since the Effingham tournament, and the reason that was significant, other than you guys winning it, was, of course, you get into that 400-win plateau, and that's. I just want to congratulate you for it, first of all. But I mean, it's quite an accomplishment, and
she's been there for all of them.
Yeah, Millie has she's been around for a lot of it, and I mean, 21st season had to mean a lot also to have have so many of your alumni back for that game.
Yeah,
that night too.
It's awesome, and just the outpouring, and not just from even our fans, but other people, other coaches. At least 10 or 15 T-Town fans tonight came by and said nice things as well. I know that the great thing about this community is how much they appreciate really good basketball. And I was lucky to be a part of playing in this area when I was younger, and to come back and coach. I really didn't expect to be coaching girls, but I thank Wayne for that opportunity, and it's been great. It took a long time to get to this point. I think one of the first games I ever coached in this gym, actually, is Billy. I think we got beat by 30, and she said, "Congratulations, you got the ball across the half court line."
That doesn't sound like something Billy would say.
It's been awesome. We kind of started doing it from the ground up. Went down and coached the junior high and put in the time there, and just tried to. They had some success early with Tom, and we were kind of in a little bit of a rut, so we went down and kind of just tried to rebuild it from the ground up. And, it's taken 20 years to get to this point as well, but I appreciate it. I couldn't do it with all my great coaches that I've had. I mean, and the staff I have now is just awesome with Aaron and Troy, and having Megan, who played more games for me than any kid I ever coached, and then all the great kids I've had the opportunity to be able to work with over these years, and for them to give me all of their effort and trust me, and we've had pretty good results.
When you took that varsity job, did you ever think that you'd have 21 seasons worth of former players coming back some night? Did you ever see it lasting that long?
No, but like the first thing we did when we won the sectional last year was the sport. We bought 90 shirts, not 15, and give them all the way out down to third grade, because that's kind of what we have now, and it's nice to be able to do that. And seeing the little kids come and watch, like the North Clay kids came to watch this game, to watch it's not their schools that they're going to be going to, but just they came to watch two really good basketball teams play tonight. And I'm very fortunate for the opportunity, and just really thankful for these kids, and this group I have now is a really special one.
Well, Jeff, I appreciate you taking the time to come up and talk with us after the game, and you got some big regular season games left down the stretch. Wish you the best of luck with those, and we'll be seeing you down the road.
All right. Thanks a lot for being here tonight. We appreciate it. Thanks.
That's Effingham coach Jeff Schaefer. Nice enough to come up and chat with us after the game and talk a little bit about this game, and just an excellent long career at Effingham. And last thing we need to do is check in with Brian back at the studio, see what he's got in the way of some scores from across the area.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Got a halftime score. We may have a final. We'll have to check back. But halftime, we had Effingham leading Mount Zion 45-20. That was a halftime score. They may have a final now. We'll check back that in just a bit. Teutopolis gets a win over Breeze Mater Dei tonight in boys basketball. 44-42 was Mattoon over Charleston, 50-47. Vandalia over Hillsboro, 57-55. Mulberry Grove over Christ Our Rock Lutheran, 57-51. Greenville over Pana, 62-41. Lincoln over Mahomet Seymour, 45-26. NTC scores tonight at Altamont. Neoga over South Central, 32-27. It was Altamont over Dietrich, 64-54. Little Ocala Valley Conference tournament at Cumberland. Saw Cumberland beating Hudsonville Palestine 63-47 in that game. In the Little Illini Conference at Flora, Lawrenceville over Robinson. In the Consolation Championship in overtime, it was Lawrenceville 71, Robinson 64. Third place game saw Red Hill over Marshall 56-50. In the championship game, we had a third quarter score, Casey Westfield over Olney 34-29. Again, that was at the end of 3 on that one. And in Class 7-1A, Pana Sacred Heart Regional Junior High basketball, it was Pana Sacred Heart 49, Ramsey 24. That championship game there for you guys. And that's a look at scores from around the area.
All right. Thanks, Brian. And thanks again to CJ Schmidt. He is here taking video of this game tonight. And so if you want to see how this one went down, and I highly advise that you do take a look at that. Check back in with us later in the week, and you will be able to get a copy of that. So thanks again to CJ for being here, and thanks to Millie Lang for joining us tonight to make sure we got this game on the air. This one is too good not to get broadcast, even if the NTC tournament is going on.
That's right. This is I don't know how many years you and I have done this together, but quite a few now.
It's stacking up. I was talking to my wife about it before the game, and we were trying to figure it out. We've done this 5 or 6 times now, I think.
I think so.
I think maybe we're getting a little better here.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Give us maybe 10, 20 more years.
If I'm around, I'll be you might have to wheel me in here in a wheelchair, but
we'll have to move this press box down to the bottom of the bleachers.
That's right.
All right. So thanks to Millie for joining us, and thanks to Brian back at the studios for getting us through this broadcast. Again, your final score, girls basketball here tonight at T-Town. It was the Lady Shoes beating Effingham 46-39. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks for listening. This has been a production of Premier Broadcasting Incorporated.